chat, how about we take a look at a quick little fast facts from Andrew, showcasing how Caseytron's capitulation spells doom for Frogan. Andrew put something out 8 hours ago about how the settlement is basically tanking her. I think this to be good. Is to be good. Let's do this.
Caseytron's settlement with Ethan Klein reveals some interesting information as well as Frogan's doom. We're going to get into that today on The Legal Mindset. We teach you to be your own judge. I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney living over here in Asia. And this, of course, is a fast facts video, the quick and dirty version of the latest in legal news. So yesterday we had the official public apology from Caseytron, which was very, very interesting. We've gone over that in my previous video. But today we have the actual court stipulation. So this is the actual file that tells us what was agreed to between the parties,
Okay, I think I'm well enough out of the way. I'll move if I need to.
Parties of Ethan Klein and Miss Casey Cavanis, aka Caseytron, right? So when looking at this stipulation, we can go through and see the parties. We can see plaintiff Ted Entertainment, that's H3H3, and defendant Casey Cavanis, aka PKA Caseytron, and the stipulation. So they agree to settle the action, right? They have reached an agreement to settle the present action. But there's key language in here that people have not seen yet. And really, I think I'm the first person to point this out on a larger scale, which is the settlement agreement, while confidential in terms, right? So it's confidential. We're never going to see the exact settlement. We can guess here. It includes a provision which remains to be performed. So what does that mean? Well, so far, what have we had? We've had probably Caseytron transferring the money to Ethan Klein. That's going to happen. By the way, a hilarious thing for Ethan Klein to do would be to donate this to a pro-IDF charity. That'd be absolutely hilarious, given that Anissa and various others that did this for and opposed him for purely political reasons, like Hassan, etc., who did not support him, but some of his followers did.
Actually, I'm going to do one better on Andrew, and not necessarily donate it to the IDF, but maybe donate it to local Jewish charities where he lives. Like donate it to like a temple or something locally, not the IDF. Like, and Alistair, that's kind of where I was leading on to. It's like Ethan is not supportive of the current administration in Israel. He's not a big supporter of the IDF. That's why I said I think it would be better if it would be better if he donated it locally to some local Jewish charities, helping people that live locally, donating it to local temples that maybe run soup kitchens of some sort, or some other like localized charity that does good in the area that he lives, versus like sending it to Israel. Because realistically, I don't know if Andrew thought about this. Here's already heckle, very funny. Because there's already a lot of people that are having donating it to the IDF would actually probably backfire on Ethan, because so many people in the States are furious about how much money is already being sent to Israel through the U.S. government. So I think him donating to the IDF would actually be would backfire on him, and would probably he would be viewed, I think, quite negatively, and he would lose the great deal of goodwill that he has achieved through the lawsuit with the copyright. IDF, excuse me, Fishy. IDF is the Israeli Defense Force. It's Israel's military. The joke that Heck was making is Mousie's charity is called IDF, but it is not the Israeli Defense Force. Mousie's charity is the Immunodeficiency Fund. Now, if he donated to the Immune Deficiency Fund or Foundation and said we're donating it to the IDF, waited And then when he released the donation, showed it was to the Immune Deficiency Foundation, that would be a great fucking troll. That would be an absolutely outstanding troll if Ethan did that, where he makes an announcement. Once he collects all the money from Casey Tron, from Denims, from Frogan, collects all the money from them, and then after he's gotten all of it, he makes an announcement that we will be all of this money that we received is going to be going to a great cause. We'll be donating all of this money to the IDF. Stop. Give it 3 days. Give it 3 to 4 days, and then post the donation check with it fully spelled out, Immune Deficiency Fund. That would be a fantastic fucking troll. That would, I mean, said you are right. It's best not to. It's best to leave charities out of the out of the joking. I do agree. As a little mental exercise, though, that would be a fantastic fucking troll if he did that. I would laugh my ass off if he did that. But you are absolutely right. It's best to leave charities out of trolling the internet. I do agree with that.
Yeah, it ends up getting shifted over into a charity that would absolutely make them keel over. But that being there, the money was probably condition number one. Condition number two was probably the public apology. And remember, within that public apology, and this is very important, they required her to say very specific things, even likely requiring her to mention the thing about Asmon's mom.
For example, weaponizing the death of Asmongold's mother was inexcusable.
And tucking in a lot of information into what she apologized for, her language, her behavior, and as well as bolstering the fact that Ethan Klein has a good case. But what would the third thing be? Well, the third thing is likely her testifying against Denims and possibly Frogan if they are to proceed in court. So she's going to have to turn on them and testify against them and give up any information on them. Also, likely, and this is a speculation, one of the provisions which may have already been done is turning over all of her communications, emails, Discord messages, Reddit messages, etc., as it relates to this lawsuit. So that may have already happened.
Again, chat, did I not say this the day we watched her apology? 2 days ago, when we watched her apology, I said exactly that.
But let's finish this and let's talk about how this affects Frogan. So as part of the settlement agreement, T.I. and Cavanis, it's Casey Tron, agreed to stipulate to dismissal, but also to request the court retain jurisdiction to enforce the terms. So if Casey Tron gets out of line, if she does anything wrong, they're going to come down on her. By the way, there probably is also a non-disparagement clause in there where the parties can't disparage each other. That probably is included. That would make most sense. So they agree, right, that the court is going to retain jurisdiction. Well, this is very, very important because think about Frogan. Denham said already that likely Frogan is going to settle, but the big problem for Frogan is what she's going to have to say, because Frogan always tries to play tough. She tries to ally very closely with Hassan Piker. But as you saw, Casey Tron was required to turn on Hassan Piker. And also, there's...
Yeah. He's going to say it. Frogan's probably going to have to do something similar. But I tweeted about this. There is one thing that I want Frogan to say in her apology video. Because, make no mistake, she is going to fold. I'd say probably the first couple months of the year, she will fold. She's going to have to do an apology video too. Ethan, if you're listening, which you're probably not because you're probably not bothering to watch my stupid little stream or my little videos. But if you are watching, Ethan, in Frogan's apology video, she better fucking apologize to every active, veteran, and disabled service member that she grievously insulted by hoping that they get PTSD and no health care. That should be the number one fucking thing she should say in her apologies. That even before she apologizes for what she did to Ethan, she should give a full-throated apology to every fucking military service member currently serving who is a veteran, who is disabled, and who is dead. Every single one of them deserve a full-throated, non-robotic sounding apology. She needs to say it like full, like, no, I'm sorry for this, I'm sorry for, no. Fucking, I want some fucking emote in that apology. More than anything. That'll be in the fucking apology, and make it first goddamn thing. Because out of everything that she has done, that is by far one of the worst things that she's done. That'll be in it.
There's a certain statement and a certain thing that Ethan Klein might be a little bit salty about and want her to make a statement retracting. And I'm going to play this clip. In case you forgot it, there's this little clip over here. And the funniest thing, this is, of course, from TwitchCon with lovely Frogan here. And who's right next to her? Yeah, that's right. That's Denims, right? Who said she's going to stay in the lawsuit. Let's play this.
And she won't.
This is not.
This is good.
I thought we
Go
decided.
ahead.
Okay.
The next person is one of my favorite people, Ethan Klein.
I told you guys to clap.
This is a good reaction.
That was a good one.
So see them laughing, see them giggling there? They're not going to be laughing and giggling, and Frogan's not going to be laughing and giggling when she is forced to justify why she ends up putting Ethan Klein in the loves Sabra category, and perhaps retracting this statement, and perhaps making, Well,
your thought, they paid for it. They paid for it, and Twitch paid for it. Because Chevron, and I can't remember if Capcom did this too. I don't think Capcom did. I think it was only Chevron. After this event, Chevron told Twitch, fuck you and your racist asses. We're taking our God knows how many millions of dollars, because it's Chevron, they're fucking billionaires, and we're taking our money and we're going the fuck away, and we're not sponsoring anything you ever do again. So they lost a major fucking sponsor because of these cunts. And because of that, and only because of that, these two bitches caught a ban. These two actually caught a ban because of this, because they did it at a Twitch show, and the orders why they caught the ban, yeah, it was at TwitchCon. But the only reason why they caught a ban for it is because Chevron said, we're not dealing with racist assholes. We're taking our millions of dollars and going elsewhere. And so they caught, because again, you hurt Twitch's bank account, they'll sit up and pay attention, because these two, along with the rest of them, cost Twitch literally billions of dollars. They actually decided to do some kind of bullshit punishment on Denims and Frogan and the rest of them. Because all 5 of these people caught a ban. The only ones who give a shit about are Denims and Frogan. And that's what? Because they actually hurt Twitch financially. That's why they caught the ban.
Making amends for this particular piece of our history. So I can imagine that might be one of the things that they are going to end up pushing back against Frogan on in that settlement statement. So that's going to be included as a condition, as well as likely any communication she might have with the Reddit mods, which would be big, or even further with Hassan Piker. And this might be the difficult thing for her, because she might have a lot of communications with.
Yes, big dog. Chevron, like the oil company. Back when that took place, Chevron sponsored TwitchCon. They put millions of dollars into Twitch to put on TwitchCon. And after that event, Chevron basically went, fuck you, we're taking our money elsewhere. We will not be a part of, racist asshats that attack Jewish people. And they fucked off. And they said, we will never sponsor anything of you again.
Hiker. And this might be the difficult thing for her, because she might have a lot of communications with Hassan Piker, a lot, which she's scared to turn over. But I don't think Ethan Klein is going to be willing to sell this unless he gets all the information and extracts everything from Frogan, which is why she has delayed so long. The money is not as big of a thing because Frogan actually collected less money than either Casey Tron or Denims. And as for Denims, this actually paints a situation where both Casey Tron and Frogan, the girl who is sitting right next to her, who is sitting on the couch right here on this podcast, is going to have to testify against.
Wait. Is this Casey Tron? Is this person, is that Casey Tron? Like, we know about these other two. That's who? I didn't even recognize her. I didn't realize Casey Tron was involved in this. I did not think she was involved. I didn't think it was her either. I thought it was something completely different.
Because she might have a lot of communications with Hassan Piker, a lot, which she's scared to turn over. But I don't think Ethan Klein is going to be willing to sell this unless he gets all the information and extracts everything from Frogan, which is why she has delayed so long. The money is not as big of a thing because Frogan actually collected less money than either Casey Tron or Denims. And as for Denims, this actually paints a situation where both Casey Tron and Frogan, the girl who is sitting right next to her, who is sitting on the couch.
Okay. Okay. My bad. No. I misheard what Andrew was saying. Andrew was referring to Denims as being sitting next to Frogan on the panel. That's what he was saying. No. But he was, when he was talking about Denims and then saying who is sitting next to Frogan on the panel. Yeah. Like the way he put it, it confused me for a second. Yeah, the way he phrased that confused me and made me think he was including Casey Tron in being on that.
And Frogan, the girl who is sitting right next to her, who is sitting on the couch right here on this podcast, is going to have to testify against her in court and going to have to say, no, this was a plan, this was intentional, we did this, with bad intent and bad faith, and turn on, Arab Benedict Arnold over here, right, on Denims, and that will absolutely hurt her reputation and her friend group, her circle going forward. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Frogan is going to settle, or do you think Frogan might actually try to fight this out like Denims? I want to hear what you think in the comments below, and I will catch you on the next one.
Yeah, they're going to fall like dominoes. They are going to fall like dominoes. You think Casey Tron will break the terms? I don't know. I don't know if Casey Tron's going to break the terms or not. It's tough to say. She may get completely baked out of her mind and break the terms because she's so fucking high she doesn't even know what's happening. That's entirely possible. It is absolutely possible that might happen. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. And it'll be like, if she does, we'll watch it. We'll talk about it. We will, but we just gotta wait and see.